Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching The Gifted, Season 2, Episode 14, calaMity. The Gifted is finally back. It's been off air for what feels like months. I've just been desperate for this show to come back, and now it's back. I'm almost too scared to watch it because I just love it and these characters so much, and God knows what they're going to go through next, but let's not wait any longer. Let's go. I'm very stressed. I hope A, Margaret is okay, and B, that the repercussions from this aren't too great, and they will be because we've only got 3 episodes left this season. I don't have time for a flashback right now.
Yeah, send her in.
We're going to see how their relationship began, I guess.
You saw the wave of anti-mutant hate after 7/15, and you have been trying to ride it to fame and fortune ever since.
It's so funny, both sides, both Reaver's passionate crusade and his passionate anti-mutant crusade are fraudulent. Yep.
I have a job for your purifiers. And very, very quietly.
Reaver does not care about mutant kind in general.
Turner, is it? He's ambitious. Promise him something.
To be honest, at this point, if he has to die, that's fine.
Our plan. Get it done.
What on earth is Reaver's plan? To make things so much worse for mutants so that they all think, oh yes, Reaver, we'll worship you and you can be our great saviour. No thanks. Oh dear.
Du musst erfolgreich sein.
Oh, Lauren.
Father did to you.
She hadn't slept in days.
Lauren did consent to it.
Forever.
Oh God.
How was that? I am pretty sure speaking German is not a normal drug reaction. What is going on? And you didn't think
You were a bit preoccupied. Look guys, this isn't the time to argue. You need to focus on Lauren. I was supportive of her taking the drug if it was going to let her sleep. This is not what I was after. Don't look so suspicious, Lorna.
Let's hope that's all it is.
Oh God, Reaver's suspicious. Okay, I'm glad you made it home okay and that you're okay.
Oh, and about 50 of them involved for getting killed. You know,
Lorna's gonna be fine, okay?
Yeah, she'll be fine.
How angry you were when Lorna left, I thought to myself, there's nothing Clarice could ever do to make me that mad. I was wrong.
Hey, John.
I mean, she also did take his baby, which was a huge part of his anger.
Safe.
I understand why Lorna's upset and angry, but at least Clarice left to help people, like Marcus just said, and Lorna left to do something that would hurt people in order to do a good goal. I know Lorna wasn't just there to murder people for fun. This isn't sustainable. I hope they have good vitamin D supplies because it'll be very deficient.
We're talking about going against everything we stand.
Yeah, Clarice is never going to be fully happy here because she's so determined to save people.
If we're only going to protect ourselves, what kind of community is that?
Don't think you're going to find it. This place is exactly what you wanted, Clarice.
Where'd you get this intel from?
A well-placed source.
The leader of the inner circle.
The last time I checked, it's still against a lot of shoot people.
We're not talking about
And you helped shoot a teenager like a couple weeks ago.
Form it into what it always should have been, because you'll be running it.
As if Sentinel Services couldn't get worse than it already was. Great. That sounds wonderful. Let's completely oppress people. I'm actually surprised Reaver doesn't have secret cameras in all the rooms. Or to be honest, that she won't get the Frosts to just mind read everybody. I know it's violating their privacy, but with a sort of emergency situation, she could try and justify it.
Until we get this Max situation.
You can't leave, you can't call out.
Not like Reaver suspects somebody here, does she?
She's just being
Oh,
careful.
Andy.
She should have been careful.
So naive.
Psycho.
Breaking into 2 groups?
I won't shed any tears if these guys get killed, but I'm more scared that they're going to kill some mutants.
We're gonna be hunting monsters down there. That's why this job fell to us, right?
You're going to be monsters hunting innocent people. Well, let's hope that unborn baby of yours isn't a mutant. Oh, this made me so angry. I'm just going to sit here just like yelling at them.
I never should have left. It's not your fault.
That time actually it wasn't your fault.
I liked it. I saw that you liked it. You talked about needing to be strong for Andy.
Thank you, Lauren, for finally telling her
I didn't have a choice.
how it affected you. Yes, Caitlin, we've all been trying to tell you this for weeks. I knew your heart was in the right place, but you didn't do anything good by your daughter.
I'm just worried.
If we're gonna give her more medicine,
There's some important truths being said.
make this about more.
I think she probably could be consulted on this decision.
Come in.
It's not like he's naked.
I just
I know how much you care about our mutant brothers and sisters, and I do too.
But I don't care enough to do anything about it.
What do we stand for? Someone's in the tunnels.
Clarice, just open a portal and get everybody out.
Make sure they don't come back.
But they know you're here now. They'll keep
The
coming
ones who
back.
can't fight out of here.
If it's not them, it'll be another group of people that want to hurt you or arrest you or move you on.
Okay, we'll get there as soon as we can.
Yeah, River Page wouldn't bother helping, but the Underground
She
will.
called you?
She worried about Marcus because she doesn't know what happened. He's okay.
All we know.
I want to know who, I want to know how, and I want them brought to me.
The little Sherp is Sage, who probably knows Lorna can do that.
Okay, well, how many do you need? All right. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What's happening?
Another purifier attack. They're hitting the Morlocks this time.
What?
You sure about that?
Yes.
It's
I think
her
you're right.
choice.
Situations like this, people need help. I can't just sit here and watch them suffer. No, it's dangerous.
It would have been nice if the room at least gave us some rest. And those words maybe you could
All right then.
take on too, Reed. I love Lawrence so much. I still can't get over the fact that Reaver Page and the Inner Circle caused all of this to happen. They've been behind so much of what's happened this season from the side of the Purifiers and so much of the mutant hatred that they then stand there and say, oh, the horrible humans hate us, yet they're the ones that cause it all. Ah, Reaver. If anything, you just shot the guy that just got grabbed.
We're up against monsters.
You're up against scared people defending themselves. God, they brand kids with that M as well as adults. Oh, I'm stressed. How far away is this from the entrance to the sewers and everything?
She said they'd be here.
And Marcus is still shot, Lauren's still recovering.
Thank you. I wasn't sure you'd come.
Oh, of course he'd come.
Look, the things that I said and I did. Maybe
Talk later.
this is
Yeah.
over.
For now, let's focus on.
Yeah, like, I really, really want you to have that conversation, okay?
You call me.
Oh,
I will always come.
oh, you would. Just attack me unexpectedly because there's stress going on and I didn't think I'd have an emotional attack now too. John, you've got driving to do because you need to come back and collect more people.
What did you find?
You're gonna blame Sage. God, if they like kill Sage, Lorna's gonna feel awful.
Talking about, I wouldn't have Sage.
This is not gonna end well for
2 hours
her.
before Max.
Oh gosh. This is why you don't go working for shady organisations, because they just turn on you and murder you. Yay, Inner Circle. Teamwork.
He's checked her terminal at the training room to see exactly when Max was leaving the building.
Yep.
Well, it's already done.
And he doesn't care.
Sage is dead.
And he's just like, never mind.
And they had to.
Oh my god, this boy is
She betrayed
just...
us. Max is dead because of her.
Oh my god, he is a lost cause, I'm starting to think. Lorna. I mean, she can pass it off as being just sad for her friend, but she's not only sad for her friend, but guilty because it's sort of her fault. But it wasn't her fault either.
Serum.
They're taking the scenic route.
Not running from this.
It's not that. You're right. And I'm gonna stop taking the serum too.
Thank you, Reed. You're gonna get through this.
Listening to you today, Lauren, I realized that it's a part of who I am.
Lauren is an inspiration to all.
This is who we are.
I'm sure.
Finally. I mean, it's gonna be hard. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but
Alright.
this is the right choice.
Powers it is.
Look at the road.
We got this.
No, they're planning something. Oh god. Clarice warned you.
Halophane X gas grenades.
Well, who's that?
I think they knew exactly what gas it was.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
God.
This is why you have to fight back. Thinking about it, having 3 struckers on the car means there's less room for anybody else that they're picking up.
You're the one that said there's nothing noble about fighting for a lost cause.
Yep.
I was wrong.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
They have so much to talk about when they get through this. They better get through this. I'm stressed. Come on, John, you know she has to do this. You would do it too.
Hurry! Seal off the entrance!
I don't think you needed to shout at that guy because everyone's already sealing off the entrance. Quick, Clarice, get more people out. Get yourself out. God, you think they'd be happy with a group of mutants living away from the rest of society? Is he bulletproof? Like, would a headshot kill him? Aim at Jace. Go, 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 go. Oh, you've got to get everyone else to safety. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Lauren, try to use your powers.
She's still coming off the serum. Oh my god.
Get down, all of you. What are you gonna do? Just do it!
Just get down, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get down, please. Oh god. This season, the Striker Pirates have done a lot of reckless driving and blowing the car. This is too much!
Shoot the other one!
Ugh, stand in front of your friends.
You wanna shoot someone, shoot me!
Stand in front of your friends and they will! Clarice, you've got to try and get the last people to come with you, but you've got to go. This is why hiding out doesn't work. Oh my god. Is Jace gonna see the bear and then feel like a terrible human being? Because there was a child here. Oh god, come on Clarice, come through! Clarice, just move! What did you pause for? Clarice? Do you want to grab her? Oh my god. What? What just happened? You're a monster. What happened to Clarice? She's okay, right? She like portal. I mean, she's not okay because she's been shot like 3 times. But did she portal to some strange portal dimensional light? Something. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm this close to crying my eyes out. But at the same time, I'm in denial. I refuse to believe that Clarice can be dead. She's Clarice. She's Blink. She's amazing. I feel like, okay, you can survive being shot 3 times, and it didn't look like she was there in the sewer cavern thing with Jace at the end. It didn't look like no one was looking at her bleeding out or whatever, and they would have shown us that if she was there bleeding out. So her portal kind of did a weird like, I don't know, my brain is not working. Yes, so I'm going with she was injured and so her portal acted funny and she's in some funny dimension, or she's just gone somewhere but she's going to be fine, alright? Because I don't accept Clarice dying. Clarice dying is not something that can happen. Clarice being shot was not something that was allowed to happen, so her dying is 100% off the table. Oh my god, I'm just... Oh, I was really stressed, and then when she was like pausing and like, John, I was like, just move, and then she didn't move, but then I didn't think she'd get shot and then shot and then shot. Oh my god. And then, so yeah, I'm just going to be in denial for a week. Oh no, that was just awful. And oh, this is why the Morlocks is never something that's going to be sustainable. It's something that was never secure, because, you know, at the beginning of the episode, Clarice was saying that this is the safest place in the whole city. We should bring all of the mutants that need help here. And by the end of the episode, the place had they'd had to flee, and everyone that stayed was dead. So, you know, it shows you that Morlock ideology of, you know, in a way giving the people what they want, the horrible, hateful bigots what they want by separating yourself from society, they still aren't okay with that. The hateful people will just want you dead. So that's why you have to work to either change minds, like all the civil rights movements, you know, however ridiculous the ignorance of the hateful right-wing people is, you can't just beat them into submission like the Inner Circle are trying to. You have to convince them, or the people that are just scared, to see sense, to see the truth, to see that you're not a threat. And I think the priority of any group should be to help any mutants that are in need, and to just promote peace and equality and fairness, and just showing them that you're good. And that's what the Underground, they believe, they risk their lives to fight for people, they will risk everything to fight for people, they stand up for what they believe in, and unlike River Page, they don't put other people in harm's way. And just the fact that she has been behind everything, you know, she has made the Purifiers get particularly motivated and particularly angry. She's helped their numbers swell because the horrible Ryan guy, I think his name's Ryan, isn't it? He was part of who made the Purifiers as big as he did. That was all Reva. She gave him his platform, and now and like at various other points she's been like, oh, these terrible humans who hate us for no reason, look at this terrible channel, isn't it all? It's all Reva. She is a farce, and I believe that Reva ultimately thinks she's doing it all for the right reasons. You know, I don't think Reva is just, you know, doing it to kill some people for fun, but I would never ever stand with Reva. I do not agree with her. And even just killing Sage, you know, I know that's always been Reva's stance, you know, you betray me, you die. I think she definitely looked kind of suspicious of Lorna. but ultimately seeing the log on as Sage, and they don't know Lorna can use her power in that way, is what saved her. Even not having CCTV cameras in like the main areas does surprise me. You know, that Sage's terminal was just in like the little like office bit, it wasn't in a room even, but I'm glad she doesn't. But yeah, she killed Sage, and Andy was just like, oh yeah, she killed Sage, yeah, she was a traitor. Sucks, doesn't it? That boy, all season I've been rooting for him to see sense, I've been rooting for him to come good, and I just worry that he's too far gone. And I don't know, I pray that Lauren will be able to pull him back to the goodness, the side of goodness. Lorna is obviously going to feel really, really terrible about this, because Sage was her friend. Sage was one of her best friends. They were in the underground together, they moved to the inner circle together. Sage, you know, Lorna was the one that turned up and said, we're going to create this wonderful world where we can all live safely, who's coming? And Sage went, it was kind of Lorna Sage went with, although obviously she was joining the whole wider movement. And Lorna would never have done what she did if she thought it would put Sage in trouble. I think Lorna would have even admitted it was her to save Sage, but she didn't, and Reva just kills people without double checking or giving them a chance to stand trial or defend themselves or acquit themselves or anything. So yeah, Lorna is going to be very much aware that she is definitely in danger, because if Reva figures out she's not on her side, she will 100% without hesitation kill her. At the same time, hope maybe suspicion has kind of passed, but I think Lorna did raise some suspicions that I doubt will have completely gone away by now. Andy, oh, that boy is just clueless. I am currently at my level of hope for Andy is about 1%, flickering down to 0. Then we have the Struckers and Lauren. See, last episode, I didn't like the idea of her having the serum. Not because, just as like a permanent solution-y thing, because obviously I think Lauren's powers are important to her, and that if this episode they are who she is. But I was sort of thinking that if it gave her some peace, that she maybe could have a good night's sleep or two, and then be stronger, more ready to fight and to take control of who she is, would be what I supported. But then seeing, I'd forgotten that of course when Reed first had this drug, it made him really sick. So seeing that side of it, I just don't think there really was a good side, although it did mean that she wasn't fighting the darkness, and I think she can take it from a fresh perspective. I really appreciated that she told Caitlin that part of why she liked it was because she felt her mum was supporting her in it, that she felt that Caitlin pushing her to be stronger for Andy to fight, to be better, meant that Lauren didn't fight against it as much as she might have done, and I think Caitlin looked very surprised by that. And that's something that we have all been saying all season, is that Caitlin is just pushing Lauren and pushing Lauren and pushing Lauren, and she hasn't stopped till now to consider the effect it's having on Lauren. So I am very glad that that conversation happened. I hope Caitlin's going to look at her own actions a little bit better. I think for Caitlin it's partly because Lauren has always been okay. You know, when they were at school, Lauren, you know, from the way she talks about school and everything, she wasn't like the top of the class student, but you know, she just got on with it, she was fine, she had friends, her life was fairly stable. Even when she became a mutant and they didn't know about it, and then when they did find out they were mutants, Lauren could already master her powers, Lauren has stayed by their side, Lauren has done everything to help out. Lauren has always been someone that Caitlin could rely on as being steadfast, as being strong and reliable, and Lauren is amazing. But there are times this season where Caitlin has taken that a bit for granted, rather than stopping to be there for her daughter. And then Reed, Lauren is such an inspiration, as I said. Reed listening to Lauren and realising that he has also been hiding from his powers, and that he has to learn to control them, to learn to accept them as who he is, I think is a really good step forward. Something else you've been saying all season is, Reed, come on, you need to learn to use your powers, and finally he will. So I think that was a really important episode for the Struckers, and the 3 Struckers that currently matter, that they can hopefully move forward. And I think, you know, in a way, Lauren having that moment where she almost went to the dark side is hopefully going to help her stay stronger to who she is. That she can see how easy it is to fall into that path, but now she can sort of see that path and realise that that's not who she is, and fight against it a bit more. I think it will also help if hopefully the Frosts are not going to be continuing their attacks against her. And if anything, maybe she can try and get Andy, like, you know, take a more proactive stance within the dreams of getting Andy home. I don't know, I don't think there's any hope. Lauren continues to just, every episode, I love her so much. She's such an important character to me, just my favourite in this show by such a high margin. And I don't even know how I'm going to survive this week, okay? Because I was stressed enough the last 2 weeks when Marcus was shot. And the fact that he just kind of got shot and then wandered off, I was sort of like, I think he'll be okay, because you tend to see more of a thing of like Lorna finding his body or something if they kill someone off. And we haven't had that with Clarice either. But we did see John looking at the blood and looking very stressed. Now I don't think Clarice is dead. I'm going to stick with that. But I'm also, oh my goodness, I still am like this close to just bursting into floods of tears. So yeah, if the worst happens with Clarice, next reaction I will have a box of tissues ready for. Oh god, that was just a real welcome back to The Gifted. Woo! And there's only 2 episodes left in the season. I really hope Reva's hypocrisy, her terrible human being, mutant being, not caring about anyone else, not wanting to help anyone else, making the situation worse for all mutants, gets outed at some point, and then the underground can take all her resources or something. I don't know, I'm very stressed. This show, I love it so much. I love these characters, and all the moments John and Clarice had were so beautiful. Like, there was hope for their relationship, and now I'm stressed, like, what if she dies? At least he knows that there were those moments where, like, she admitted that she was being a little bit wrong too, and he's also admitted that he was wrong in that, and it was really beautiful. And then Marcos is really worried about Lorna, Lorna was worried about Marcos, everyone is worried about everyone, all the couples, all the ships could still be sailing. I don't know what's happening. Clarice might be shot. I'm just gonna have to just, before I edit this, just sit and just stare at the wall for like a half an hour while I process what just happened at the end of the episode with Grace. So yeah, that was me, and that was my reaction to this episode of The Gifted. Thank you for watching.